Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining kind of the difference between tagging on Zazzle and tagging on Redbubble. And the reason why this actually matters is because I think there is this ideology within the print-on-demand world that you have to tag the same way for each and every individual platform. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. In fact, I've said this last year. Before I sold 9 different Redbubble stores for over $170,000 this year. But last year, I specifically said you cannot tag platforms the same. You just cannot. And that will hurt you long term. Even short term, you're just not going to get the sales. They don't focus on the same. The platforms don't work the same. Now, what you want to understand is that whether it's Zazzle or whether it's Redbubble or any other print-on-demand platform out there, 9 times out of 10, it's going to have a search engine. And what is a search engine? Picture Google, picture Yahoo, picture Bing. Essentially, you type something in, and it provides results. But the way that these results are provided differently. And this comes to the nature of the actual platform, and this is why understanding algorithms is extremely important. So you can think of this video as me explaining the different algorithms and why each strategy is important, and I'll explain the strategies for each platform, okay? For Zazzle, what you're looking at is this is a customized base platform, meaning if I have a special event, let's just say I have a wedding, okay? Let's say I'm getting married. My wife might want to, for example, buy cards or invitations that are custom for all the people we're inviting. That's an example. Let's just say I have a son's birthday party and I want to do something custom. I want to create custom, I don't know. What do you have custom at birthday parties? What do they do? Let's see here. Cards, invitations, candy, stickers, bags, party hats, whatever it is that's custom, okay? That's a special occasion. And I'm going to customize that product in a specific way. So, for example, if my son's name is Zach, okay, I'm going to write Zach's 10th birthday as an example. Let's not get into the semantics. Whatever the situation is, it's going to make things different. And because of certain occasions and because the world is organized a certain way, there is certain, I guess you could say, themes that go hand in hand. Right? So if it's a kid's birthday, you're going to have a cute theme. It could be like these cute little foxes or cute cupcakes or, whatever it is, little cars for boys, things like that. Okay? These are themes that go hand in hand. When you're going to Redbubble, the demographic, the people who are purchasing is completely different. These people are looking for interest-based products. This is a need. Zazzle serves a need. Redbubble serves an interest. Now, that's not to say that Zazzle can't serve interest. I've said this in the Zazzle tagging course. When I created a course around Zazzle, what I specifically said in the course was you can absolutely create a one-off design. And what I mean by a one-off design is imagine you have a t-shirt design, like something on Redbubble of like, let's just type in the word lion here, okay? If you see this design, for example, you can take this, put it on a t-shirt in Zazzle and make money, but it's not going to make you nearly as much money as if you add a customizable element where people are actively searching or actively in need for that specific product. But this product as well on Redbubble will sell in a different circumstance. So it comes down to understanding the algorithm. All right. So this is an interest. This is a need. And the difference is that the person is going to customize the product because they need that product, right? For a specific occasion, for a specific element in time. And Zazzle is actually really, really good at capitalizing on people that have that specific need. Okay. For Redbubble, if you're buying a sticker, 9 times out of 10, it's not a need. It's for entertainment. It's because you enjoy it. Because maybe it's a product that you find interesting. That's why I say interest-based. Now, the algorithms are built differently. The algorithm on Redbubble is built off of a relevancy kind of concept with keywords. In Bots and Apps talks about this in their favorite tool. If you guys are familiar, this tool right here, the way it works is you get favorites, or you favorite other people's work in other niches. You get favorites, a lot of them back. I've shown how to use it. You get the favorites, you start ranking up in the ranks. I've proven that it works. I've showed videos on this before, but that's not the point. The point is that you rank through relevancy, and relevancy is first determined by the keywords. With Zazzle, okay, products appear not just through relevancy, but through direct consumer need, right? Now, what do I mean by that? So, for example, if we search here for wedding, okay, wedding invitations or wedding whatever, let's go ahead and see the products that come up, okay? After we scroll down past all this stuff and we start looking at the products, the reason why these show up here is because consumers have chosen these more. Okay, the specific design, the specific elements, whatever it is about it. And it actually shows what consumers want more for these special occasions. So for example, this is a relatively simple wedding napkin. You could see that for it to show up third when I search for the word wedding, that it's extremely valuable. People find value in, for some reason, buying napkins with their names on it for a wedding. And I'm not saying some reason as if I don't understand it. I totally get why people are doing this. It's a one-time thing, whatever. Makes sense, okay? Now, with that being said, because of the world changing from a day-to-day basis, one day it's Halloween, one day it's Christmas, one day it's Easter, one day it's whatever, fall season, summer season, whatever the case is, you can predict upfront what people are going to be wanting, right? So, for example, if you're going to create designs in the wedding niche, okay, and summer is coming up, it might be wise to create summer-based wedding designs, right? And then every summer, when those products are existing on your account, that will generate sales for you, okay? Now, I'm speaking in, I guess you could say, I'm not speaking in specificity, because if I was speaking specifically, we'd be here for hours talking about the intricacies, okay? Now with Redbubble, okay, the Redbubble algorithm, once again, is based off relevancy. And I'll give you a quick example of what I mean. Let's just say we have the keyword lion. Back in the year like 2008, let's say there were 300 lion designs. If I went on Redbubble and I created 1,000 Redbubble designs for the keyword lion, and next to the keyword lion in my tags I included the keyword fish, what would happen is all the other designs that don't include the keyword fish in the tags would not start ranking on Redbubble. Why is that? Is because Redbubble works off of data. They don't work off of consumer demand. They work off of data. And to prove this, just last year, I made videos where I would search for something like a goat or fish or dog, and you would see pictures that have literally nothing to do with it show up at the top. Why is that? Is because it works off of relevancy through keywords. And the keywords, what happens is there are certain keywords that people add that somehow might be related. So for example, if you take this lion, right, animal, and you look through the tags, the keyword cat might be there. Well, the keyword cat, okay, shows if a bunch of other creators use the keyword cat in their design, and somebody once creates a cat design and use the keyword cat in their design, you might end up seeing their cat design in the top of the rank if they're starting to get sales for that keyword. Lions and cats are not the same thing, and they don't represent the same imagery. However, that design can still come up. And that just goes to prove the relevancy aspect behind the keywords, right? But once again, with Zazzle, that doesn't really happen. If I search for the keyword a boho style wedding or boho wedding, I'm not going to see pictures of birthday parties. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to see, not pictures, but designs related to birthday parties. Because what happens is Zazzle doesn't primarily just work off of keywords. Keywords are good for categorization, but that's not what it reflects. And the designs change with time based on consumer demand, right? Now you may say, well, don't designs change in their ranking and things like that off of consumer demand on Redbubble? The answer is yes, but not primarily through consumer demand, but through keywords, because the keywords control what shows up, and then the consumer demand based on what shows up is selected. So for example, if you create a design on a line design and you show up on the first page and consumers are only purchasing what's on the first page, they're only accessing a certain number of designs, might happen to be your design that they're accessing. But if you don't access those first few pages where consumers are looking for that specific product, you're not going to show up. And Also, this is why people who tag spam actually hurt themselves long term. And the reason why I say that is because if you're trying to rank for certain keywords, and we've spoken about this in the Redbubble tagging course, if you're trying to rank for certain keywords, yes, you do want to include as many keywords as you possibly could in that area. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to start keyword stuffing nonsensical keywords that really don't help you, because now you're hurting your relevancy. You're hurting how close you are from a data perspective to the original concept of the design. Meaning, if I have a lion design, right, and all the other designs in the niche include the keyword lion, big cat, and lion's mane, right? If I include a lion design in this category, it might be relevant or it might be worthy to add those certain keywords in my design. Then I might want to look at the secondary level of keywords. I might want to look at my design style. Is it cartoon style? Is it, what style is it? Is it poly like this, or is it a photograph? What is it? And I might want to add certain keywords related to that in my design. But I don't want to go to a tertiary level. I don't want to go all the way to the back where I might add, let's say, a picture of, I don't want to write in the keyword sunlight just because it's a photograph of a lion with sunlight in the background. Why? Because that's not what people are primarily looking for. And if people search for lion, right, and my design shows up, I have a chance of being sold or making money, right? But I don't have a chance if I now include the keyword sunlight, because now I'm going to be thrown on the second, third, fourth, 10th page, because the keyword sunlight is not related from a data perspective to the keyword lion. And in essence, that's what this tool helps us do, the Rocket Tagger tool. This is why I said the Rocket Tagger tool is very, very useful from a tagging perspective for Redbubble, okay? From Zazzle perspective, I can't tag the same way. I can't tag the same way because if you remember the strategy for Zazzle, what was it? We type in a keyword, and by the way, I did this video live. It was right here 3 days ago. You can go ahead and check it out. I type in a keyword live, it produces results, okay? Then I run my Zazzle Rocket Tagger, or Zazzle AI Tagger, which is this tool, I believe. No, this is not the tool. This tool, okay? I take this tool and I run the tool. It's going to give me a list of keywords. Then I tell the AI to break down those keywords and tell it to find the right categories for the right keywords. So for example, if it produces a bunch of different keywords that are random, like bohemian, birthday, cute, design, a bunch of keywords, I'm going to take those keywords, combine them, and create a design around that. And that's the difference, is that with Zazzle, the first thing I need to do is I need to do the market research. With Redbubble, I don't need to do market research to create designs. And once again, if you've taken the courses on the autopilotpassiveincome.com, you go over here to the Redbubble course, POD design course, or the Redbubble tagging course. I've said this in the tagging course actually, and I've even said it outside of the course where I very specifically said, with Redbubble, you do not need to do as much market research as you would need if any research. In fact, there was a point in time where I just stopped doing research altogether because I don't waste time doing things that are not needed. On Zazzle, you have to do the research first if you want to get anywhere. And like I said, I was making such a bad mistake with Zazzle in the beginning. That's why I had no sales and I didn't know what I was doing. But the point is that if you want to be successful in any platform, the first thing you have to do is you have to understand the algorithm and what it calls for. With Zazzle, the algorithm is dependent upon the needs of the consumer, right? With Zazzle, the algorithm is dependent upon the relevancy of the keywords, and this makes a critical difference between the success of your sales. It makes a difference between the guy who's making $800 a month versus making $2 a month. It's a difference between the guy who's making $8,000 a month off of multiple stores versus the guy who's making $400 a month. It's very, very different. And the more you understand how the algorithm functions, the more you're going to be able to serve it. When you serve it better, you're going to get better results, and that's just the fact. Something that I understood with Redbubble is the 3 core components of the algorithm. And what are those core components? The first thing is keyword relevancy. The second thing is sales history. The third thing is favorites and engagement. And when I say engagement, I'm referring to, the click-through rates, the conversion rates, the visitors, all these kind of things. that's why these things matter. So when I go out there and I get a whole bunch of favorites to my design, and you guys actually seen this in a YouTube video, I actually could probably, mention in the future. I made this video a few months back where I tested the favorite automator live, and I proved that my design started ranking higher because it had more favorites over time. And I actually showed this. Like, I showed this live. This is not something I'm making up. I know I made the video back here, let's see, I don't know, 7-8 months ago. Who knows? Here it is. This one, these are all related. This one, it says let's see, how to get more Redbubble favorites consistently. Much more traffic, update, new channel update. I'm trying to figure out where the actual video was. It was one of these. I'll probably have to figure out where it was exactly. But anyways, the point is I showed live how the Redbubble favorite automator got me a higher ranking for my design, right? And the reason why I knew that it would work and I knew that it makes sense is because I understood the algorithm. The algorithm functions on those things. So, for example, if you have keywords in your design that help you rank to the top, let's just say you get a bunch of sales and then for some reason you change your keywords, you could actually not rank at the top for that specific keyword that you're searching for anymore because you changed now the keywords that you're applying, or maybe you added new keywords to it, or you removed certain keywords. That does change the nature of things. So if you don't learn anything from this video, the one thing you want to learn is these platforms are different. Do not treat them the same. Do not tag on them the same. And do not use the same strategy. And Redbubble is a keyword-first platform. Zazzle is a consumer need-first platform. So you want to think at the approach differently. All right, guys? So I think this video went long enough. 16 minutes is more than enough. I'll talk to you guys later. If you need to see how I specifically tag on Zazzle or I tag specifically on Redbubble, watch the videos in the description box down below. I'll leave the links there. You could check them out. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. Bye.